Narendra Modi was born on September 17, 1950 in the small town of Vadnagar, located in the Mersana district of Gujarat, India. He was the third of 6 children born to Damodar Das Mulchand Modi, who worked as a tea seller, and Hiraben Modi, a homemaker devoted to her family and to traditional Hindu values. The Modi family belonged to a modest community known as the Ganchi, categorized in India as an other backward class. Life in Vadnagar during the 1950s was simple and defined by scarcity, and the Modi household was no exception. The family struggled to make ends meet, and young Narendra often assisted his father in selling tea at the local railway station, sometimes running a tea stall with his brother. These experiences shaped his early worldview, instilling in him a sense of hard work, resilience, and a desire to rise above the constraints of poverty. From childhood, he was marked by a restless curiosity, a fascination with stories of history and warriors, and a deep spiritual inclination that drew him towards Hindu traditions. His mother, Hiraben, was known for her discipline and frugality, qualities that left a lasting impression on him, while his father's perseverance provided a model of dignity in hardship. Growing up in a joint family environment, Narendra learned early the values of cooperation, responsibility, and determination. His childhood was defined not by privilege or luxury but by constant struggle and a will to break barriers that seemed unmovable for a child from such humble roots. Education came to Narendra Modi through local schools in Vadnagar, where he was described as a diligent though not extraordinary student. Teachers remembered him as disciplined, curious, and often inclined towards debates and public speaking rather than purely academic pursuits. He had a flair for drama and theater, frequently participating in plays during festivals, often taking on heroic roles that reflected his inner attraction towards strength and leadership. Despite the economic hardships of his family, he continued his education and nurtured his hunger for knowledge. In his teenage years, however, Modi felt an inner pull towards spirituality. He is said to have left home for a period of exploration, traveling across India to the Himalayas, to ashrams in West Bengal, and to various centers of meditation. Though accounts of this period remain partly shrouded in myth and speculation, it was a transformative time for him, one that sharpened his sense of purpose and deepened his devotion to Hindu philosophy. When he returned to Gujarat, he reconnected with the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, a Hindu nationalist volunteer organization he had first encountered as a young boy. The RSS became his second home, providing him with ideological grounding, organizational training, and opportunities to serve society. His formal education continued as well. He earned a bachelor's degree in political science from Delhi University through correspondence courses and later completed a master's degree in political science from Gujarat University. His educational journey was far from conventional. It was shaped more by distance learning, self-discipline, and practical engagement in social and organizational work than by time in elite institutions. The combination of modest formal studies, spiritual exploration, and the training of the RSS gave Modi a unique mix of intellectual discipline, ideological conviction, and grassroots connection that would define his path forward. It was also during this time that he distanced himself from the traditional path expected of him, choosing not to remain bound to family life but instead dedicating himself entirely to service, struggle, and ambition. Narendra Modi's entry into politics was a natural progression from his growing responsibilities within the RSS. He began by working as a pracharak, a full-time worker who dedicated himself to spreading the organization's values and mobilizing communities. During the turbulent years of the 1970s, when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared a state of emergency, suspending civil liberties and arresting opposition leaders, Modi worked underground, organizing resistance and spreading opposition messages. This period was critical in shaping his identity as a political fighter and deepened his ties with leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which was closely aligned with the RSS. By the 1980s, his skills in organization, discipline, and grassroots mobilization had earned him recognition within the BJP, and he was given increasingly important roles in Gujarat. He proved himself adept at strategy, election planning, and communication, eventually rising to national-level responsibilities. His turning point came in 2001, when a devastating earthquake struck Gujarat and the sitting chief minister faced criticism for mismanagement. Modi was appointed as the chief minister, marking the beginning of a long and defining political tenure. Soon after taking office, Gujarat was rocked by the riots of 2002, which left over 1,000 people dead, most of them Muslims. This dark episode became a permanent mark on his career, leading to accusations of complicity or negligence. Modi consistently denied wrongdoing, and Indian courts later stated there was insufficient evidence to prosecute him, but the controversy lingered internationally, with many countries initially refusing him entry visas. Yet, despite this shadow, Modi consolidated his hold on Gujarat by focusing on development, infrastructure, and governance reforms. He championed what became known as the Gujarat model, emphasizing industrial growth, electrification, and streamlined bureaucracy, earning admiration from supporters who saw him as an efficient administrator. Modi's rise to national prominence came as India sought a new political direction. In the 2014 general elections, he was chosen as the BJP's prime ministerial candidate, running on a platform of development, strong leadership, and a narrative of personal struggle that resonated with millions. His campaign was unprecedented in scale, using modern communication, social media, and mass rallies to create a wave of support. The BJP won a historic majority, and Modi was sworn in as the Prime Minister of India. His first term was marked by ambitious programs such as Make in India, Digital India, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan Clean India Mission, and Start Up India. He sought to project India as a global economic power and pursued active diplomacy, forging close ties with the United States, Japan, and other major nations. At the same time, his government undertook bold and controversial decisions, such as the 2016 demonetization, which aimed to curb black money but caused severe disruption to the economy, and the 2019 abrogation of Article 370, which revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, reshaping India's political map but also sparking tension. Modi's leadership during crises drew both praise and criticism. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted India's capacity to produce vaccines at scale but also exposed weaknesses in healthcare systems during devastating waves. His emphasis on Hindu identity, nationalism, and majoritarian politics deepened his popularity among many but also fueled concerns about religious polarization, freedom of speech, and institutional independence. In 2019, he was re-elected with an even larger mandate, cementing his position as one of the most dominant leaders in Indian history. By 2025, Narendra Modi stands as a figure who has transformed India's politics, economy, and global standing, embodying both the aspirations of millions who see him as a self-made leader and the concerns of critics who fear the erosion of pluralism under his watch. His legacy continues to be written, but his journey from a tea seller's son in Vadnagar to the Prime Minister of the world's largest democracy remains one of the most remarkable stories in modern political history.